Some pre-colonial Tagalog surnames actually did survive into the present-day era. In the past couple of videos, I talked about first how Filipino surnames look nowadays, and this all happened because of Spanish Governor General Narciso Claveria y Saldua, who on November 21st, 1849, issued that everybody was to take on Western-style surnames. Most of them were Spanish, however, there were some exceptions that we have seen thus far. Later on, I then also mentioned how surnames would actually function, how they were filiolineal. So if you were the firstborn and your name is Ligaya, your dad's surname would become Amani Ligaya, your mom's surname would be Inani Ligaya. Now, so long as you were a child, you would not have a surname of your own, but as soon as you became an adult, your very close friends, so-called kaitlog, as well as your close relatives, would sit down and craft a surname for you. So surnames would be very individualistic. These were supposed to strengthen your given name by using negation, and were structured di for negation plus ma, which turns words into adjective adverbs, plus the root word, or di plus mahan, which describes a state, plus the root word. So for Ligaya, let's say they wanted to say that your joy cannot be affected by anything. Your full name could be Ligaya di Matablan. Or for Mahan, let's say reduction, which is Bawas, Ligaya di Mabawasan. So joy unaffected or joy irreducible. This said, let's look at a couple of surnames that actually made it into the present day era. Dima Ano. Ano means what? The Wiktionary page actually has this translated wrong. They write cannot be, but this is not what it means at all. Ano can also be a stand-in for a verb or an adjective or an adverb in Tagalog. So literally maano means cannot what, but actually in this context would be more likely to be cannot be attacked, cannot be antagonized. Di maapi means cannot be mistreated or cannot be oppressed. Di maabuyo cannot be goaded or cannot be seduced. Here again, the Wiktionary page actually spelled this wrong. They wrote di maabuyo mo, which is not how the name is. Di makali literally means cannot rest, but in this context is more akin to will not rest. Di makulangan means will not be lacking. Di magiba cannot be torn down. Di malanta cannot wither. Di mapasok cannot be entered. Now I know what you're thinking because I was thinking the same thing, but this is because all of us are results of white patriarchal Western colonialism. Back in those days, this would have just been a regular name. Di mapilis cannot be twisted. Pilis means twist, and this is also where the Tagalog word for lock comes from, pilisan. Di masupil cannot be subdued. Di matatak cannot be labeled. Di matingkal cannot be split. Di matulak cannot be pushed. Di mayakyak cannot wilt. And di mayuga cannot be shaken. Every one of these people did not have children around November 21st, 1849, but later on had offspring, because otherwise their name would have not survived. But at that point, the Spanish naming convention was already enforced. There are other types of indigenous words that are being used as surnames. I don't know if people are interested. Let me know. Hope this helps. One last thing, you can also follow this channel if you want to get updates or learn about Tagalog or know what's up with me. But also you can go to Steam or itch and wishlist Gulo Gulo, the Tiny Pirate Island Time. That would be grand. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.